Today's video is going to be on how to brace your core for a really efficient squat. One thing to get your head around is that if we don't have a tight diaphragm and a tight core, we're not getting the intra-abdominal pressure we need to support the spine during your squat. This is where we lead to a bunch of injuries and a bunch of other different issues that we might get to later on. But for now and today, I'm going to show you how to brace your core and a few different techniques you can use to practice that as well. Let's jump right in. The first exercise we can see here to practice our diaphragm breath requires me to put one hand on top of my chest and one hand on top of my belly. From here, I'm going to get you to take a big deep breath into the belly. Think about filling up a cup of water, and when that cup fills, it goes from the bottom up, not the top down. So when we take our deep breath in, you really want to think about filling at the bottom of the belly up through the chest. During your squat, it's going to be around 2/3 of your breath into your diaphragm and the other 1/3 into the top of your chest. Once we've mastered that breath technique, we're going to move into a few drills that will help you practice it. The first one that we see here is with your feet up and your knees at a 90-degree angle. I'm going to get you to take that big deep diaphragm breath into the belly and then extend 1 foot at a time. Once this exercise has been mastered, we're going to move on to a slightly harder progression. As you can see in the video, we're placing our hands up and we're doing an opposite arm and opposite leg movement, really making sure that we take a deep diaphragm breath and brace the core first. Once these two drills are mastered, we're going to move on to squatting underneath a bar. As we see in the video here, we're going to make sure that we take that deep diaphragm breath into the belly before we perform our eccentric squat phase. As we do our eccentric squat, we're really going to make sure that we're locking the diaphragm in tight the whole way through the movement until we come back up. If this is your last rep, you're going to hold your breath until you re-rack the bar. However, if you're performing more reps, take a breath out, re-breathe in through the diaphragm, locking that core on again, and then perform the next few reps. One thing I really like to do is make sure that I'm breaking down my sets. So if I've got a set of 10 reps, I'm taking a big deep breath in for every 2 or 3 reps, setting yourself that pattern or that structure in your mind before we perform the set. So guys, that's how to do your diaphragm brace for your squat. This is going to be the same sort of thing that travels through our deadlift, bench press, overhead press, things like that as well. So it is a really important movement or a really important skill to have if you want to move, perform, and exercise safely.